We checked out of the Westin Cozumel as late as we could and did some snorkeling before our ferry back to Playa del Carmen. The ferry to Cozumel a few days earlier was a rough ride, but this boat was bigger, so we had our fingers crossed, hoping that the 45-minute ride would be much smoother.
We're on a boat again. We decided to sit outside this time because we got so sick inside last time, so hopefully the fresh air will curb the vomiting.
The fresh air kissed our faces as we sailed into the Caribbean. This boat ride was indeed much smoother, and they even had a live band playing. After disembarking, we hailed a bike taxi to help us carry our much too large suitcases back to the car park. Playa del Carmen was as lively as ever as we strolled through back to the car.
Gracias.
We made it, and our car's still here. Our car's still here.
Don't heat it though.
Oh, Jesus.
Was that there before?
I don't know. But good thing we have the liability insurance because somebody did not like this car.
Was that there before?
I don't know.
I don't remember being.
It was a beautiful and easy hour drive to Tulum. We checked into the Naya Tulum Boutique Hotel around 6 p.m. The hotel is located in the newer part of Tulum, closer to town.
Gracias.
The room was super cute, and Expedia left us a bottle of wine. After unpacking and unwinding a bit, we decided to go easy and just grab some dinner at the rooftop restaurant. The restaurant was quaint and ambient. We skipped lunch that day, so we ordered just a little too much food. We woke up bright and early at 11 a.m. and decided to grab some lunch near the city center at a well-rated and swanky burrito place called Burrito Amor. They have tons of healthy Mexican options and lots of fresh juices and smoothies. We took a little walk through town to work off the food, before jumping in the car for an hour and a half to Coba Ruins. It was scorching hot, over 100 degrees, and we opted to walk around the ruins rather than rent a bike or hire a bike taxi at first. But as the day got hotter and hotter, or maybe we just got hotter from the walking, we finally caved and hired a nice man to ride us around. We spent about 2 hours at the site and decided to check out our very first cenote nearby to take a dip and cool off.
Should I go get a life vest?
Or you could just go like this?
Nothing will leak inside.
Using my waterproof backpack as a floaty seemed like a good idea at the time. But yes, water did leak inside.
That was so worth. How much was it?
$10.
$10, $5 each. There's nobody in there. We got there like right when everybody was leaving.
Yep, all the tour buses were leaving.
We made our way back to Tulum city center and decided to catch dinner at a restaurant we passed by earlier that day. The food was delicious and the street was more lively than I could have ever imagined. A live mariachi band serenaded us as we ate. Too bad the audio wasn't too good. We got ice cream afterwards and called it a night. The plan for our second day in Tulum was to visit as many cenotes as we could. There were 2 local cenotes that really called out to us. The first was Casa Cenote, which was literally just 15 minutes from our hotel. This wasn't your average cenote, which are usually in cave settings. The crystal clear blue waters were so inviting. We bought a snorkeling package with a guide so we could explore the cenote properly. The life beneath the still waters was breathtaking. I felt like I was in a real-life aquarium. When we reached the crocodile zone, our guide told us we needed to swim underneath the mangrove roots. After that amazing experience, we were off to our next cenote, Dos Ojos.
We just finished lunch, late lunch, after a swim over at Casa Cenote. And now we're at Dos Ojos. And by the way, the food outside Dos Ojos at Juanita's is actually really good. And it was only like 350 pesos for 2 watermelon juices, a water, a taco plate, and some salbutes.
And they're like flying into a cave.
That was really amazing. The first ojo was cool, but the second one was really, really, really cool. You could swim from one side to the other. And they're closed now, and there's nobody here. So if you're if you like to sleep in, maybe you should come when it's about to close. And it's like 5:40 right now, and they supposedly close at 5, but nobody kicked us out or anything, and there's still some people in there. So, and it's completely empty.
We were starved after that adventure-filled day swimming and exploring the natural beauties of the area. We found ourselves at a local pizzeria and enjoyed some really good food before going back to our hotel and calling it a night.
Then we can find puma, jaguarundi, raccoon, guadi, just species of deers. We can find fox, coyote, just species of monkey, spider monkey, holler monkey, tapir, and much more. I tell you, the Maya used mostly the blue for the internal chambers. Okay, that's what the color is. You can still observing the blue color inside on the mark on the edge of the door. Can you see that? That's blue color over there.
On our third day, we booked a guided half-day tour of Muyil Ruins and Siancan Biological Reserve. Luigi, our guide from Mexico Can Tours, was very passionate and knowledgeable about the local sites. We were really looking forward to floating down the lazy river in the biological reserve at Siancan. To get to Siancan, we had to take a boat. Warm water of the laguna splashed all around as we rode through it. It was a gorgeous day. About 15 minutes later, we were at our destination.
It's another part of Mayan world. This just was a structure and building to show the entrance,
Glad you found your phone. That was crazy.
Oh yeah,
It was like my worst nightmare.
We were instructed to wrap life vests around our butts like diapers, so we did. We were ready for the main event, lazy river style.
Yeah, the people, this is mango. Wow, it's mango.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Minutes of floating relaxation later, we had made the full loop around. The sun was setting as we walked back towards our boat. We even managed to spot a crocodile peeking its eyes out of the water. Yep, that's a crocodile. For dinner, we decided to hit the beach area of Tulum, which we hadn't seen yet. The area was lively and filled with loud music, bars, and clubs, which probably was the reason why we hadn't visited the area. We found a 5-star rated taco joint along the strip to unwind after our day's adventures.
We just had a really long day floating down the river and visiting Muyu ruins. So now we're getting some tacos. It's the first time we've been out to the beach area. How was floating down the river?
Amazing. Something that we've never done before. So awesome.
And she dropped her phone and we found it pretty easily, because it was pretty shallow, so that was good. Except the current was really strong, so you really had to swim like upstream to get back to where the phone was. We drove all the way out to Valladolid, and we were gonna go to the Iquil cenote, but I looked it up. I just had this feeling that they did human sacrifices there, because we went to Muyu yesterday, and the tour guide was saying that they threw people down into the hole near Chichen Itzá, and that's where that cenote is. So Cindy and I both weren't into finding human remains in the cenote. We decided to come to cenote Shkaken and Samula, and possibly the other one, something Oshmen, and maybe Sweet Tune on the way back. We'll see if we have enough time. It was about a 2-hour drive out here, a little less than 2 hours, so not too bad.
We were immediately greeted by a nice local man as soon as we got to cenote Samula. The very nice man led us to the ticketing booth and took us to see some macaws, which we ended up taking pictures with.
Oh, good bird. Oh.
Abre.
Oh.
Su nombre es Ishkeken. Y este que es el Ishkeken es uno de los cenotes más grandes, más antiguos. Tiene 100 años de servicio al turismo. El otro...
Oh, 10 años.
No, 100.
100.
100 years
Oh.
de service al turismo. El otro es de 20 años nada más. El Samula. Ishkeken.
Ishkinken means, it's Mayan, means pig.
Okay, uno.
Okay.
Thank you.
¿Cuánto?
40.
40.
For you?
40.
After swimming for about an hour and a half at both cenotes, the nice man led us back to the Macaus. I had a very nice tip in mind for the nice man who led us around, even watched our stuff while we swam, but little did I know that the tip would not be enough. He never told us that we had to pay him. We did buy the pictures we took earlier though, so hopefully that helped. It was getting a little late, and though we had another nearby cenote we wanted to explore, there was another guy trying to sell us the services by offering to lead us to the cenote, almost leaving us no choice. So we decided to just go grab an early dinner in Valladolid instead.
So we just went to the Ishkeken and Samula cenotes, and they're both really beautiful. And we were about to go to the Oshman one, but the nice man that I thought was very nice told us at the end that we owed him $300, and I did not
For
have
his service.
Yeah, and I didn't have enough money to pay him, so. And then some guy insisted that he lead us to the other cenote, and
Because there's not a road.
Yeah, because the hurricane supposedly washed the road out. But so anyways, we sat in the parking lot for a little bit and decided that we would rather not have to deal with that scenario, and we decided to come to this really cute and adorable restaurant
Super
to
cute.
have some food. Look at this big thing of mango juice.
Look at this.
Today's our last day in Tulum. Last night was our last night. We checked out at 1 o'clock and got some tacos over at Taqueria Honorio, which is where we wanted to go 3 days ago, and we got up too late, and they close at 3, and so we really wanted to try those tacos. The tacos are really good, and they're only like 20 bucks or 20 pesos a piece,
So definitely recommend that. We're now driving 2.5 hours to Chiquila to catch a ferry to Isla Holbox. So we'll see you guys there.